Hello, this is Wmpyr here to talk about my style, B1 Escrima. And for those of you that are studying this style, I'm hoping that this is really going to help you guys out. So one of the biggest lessons that I learned from weapons training is the importance of deployment of the weapon, right? So if the weapon is difficult to deploy, like it's in an inaccessible area or it has a sheath that's very complex, it takes multiple steps for you to take the weapon out, then your deployment is not very good here. And obviously, in a real life situation, that can hinder you. So you learn about the importance of deployment, that it needs to be easily accessible, right? But it needs to also be safe, obviously. So we use the same idea there to a martial arts style. So your martial arts skills need to have a good deployment. And in order for that to occur, it has to be simple and easy to understand. If you don't understand it, then you're left in the dark and your deployment will not be good. And you're going to find yourself in situations where you have to figure it out right then and there. And you're going, I don't know. I've never really thought of it like this, or I don't know what to do in this situation, or I want to, but I can't. And all of those just lead to hesitation, and that can mess you up. So we want a good, smooth deployment, and that's what one of our strengths is right here. I said that in combat, it's divided into three types: assault, fighting, and self-defense, right? And the reason why I divided into these three is so that you, in a real life situation, you ask yourself, which situation am I in? One, two, or three? And then from there, this is what I personally chose. So if you're in an assault situation, use gutter fighting. Why? Because I think nobody does it better than Captain Fairbairn as far as assault goes. For fighting, I feel like nobody does it better than combat sports. So me personally, I like Muay Thai kickboxing. So that's why I have the Muay Thai formula right here. And I also studied grappling because when the UFC came out back in 1993, I realized that if I got taken down to the ground, I'm in big trouble. So I needed to add grappling. And when you look at ancient civilizations, historical, they've always left images of some type of boxing. This could also include kicks and attacks to the eyes and stuff like that, but some type of boxing and some type of wrestling. That's always there throughout history. And yeah, I think that just shows you that as far as like fighting goes, boxing and wrestling is where it's at. So yeah, I still agree to this day and time. And now number three is for self-defense. I got these two, the Diamond Defense and the Fiend, but they really come from traditional Filipino martial arts. Diamond Defense is all it is just an evolution of a traditional FMA technique called the force-to-force block. The Fiend is nothing more than an evolution of lock flow, which is something that's practiced in Filipino martial arts to this day. So really, this is just my own personal preference, but you can put in different answer for assault, for fighting, and for self-defense. Okay, you could have a different answer than me. This is just my own personal choice. And the way that this works is it really comes down to the idea that you want to use the right tool for the right situation because it makes things so much more efficient. Using the wrong tool for the wrong situation makes your job a nightmare. So if you're in an assault situation, use something like gutter fighting. If you're in a fighting situation, you want to use a combat sport. If you're in a self-defense situation, then you want to use something like what I have right here, something that is designed specifically for self-defense, right? So that's my answer here, and hopefully that's easy enough. All you need to do is identify what's going on in this situation right now. Let the situation tell you what to do. And that's the way that I view it, right? Now, sometimes I understand, sometimes that even though you know this, it may still not be clear. And you might be going, I don't know what situation I'm in right now. I don't know if it is an assault, a fighting, or self-defense. I can't tell. And this can happen for any number of reasons. You're in panic, you're not thinking straight, you're afraid, you're angry, you're worried, distracted, you got family there, whatever, right? So definitely, as clear as I try to make it, sometimes this is actually not good enough. So in that case, I also have another method, which is the 4 ranges of combat. And we'll leave that for another time. The 4 ranges of combat, I've been talking to you guys much, much longer than these 3 types of combat: assault, fighting, and self-defense. So I have tons of videos on the 4 ranges of combat. But yeah, that is another option to think about if this is not working for you. But hopefully you could narrow it down to one of the 3 here: assault, fighting, or self-defense, and able to access your skills ASAP. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.